high-end dupes video. If you do slightly notice that my makeup is slightly different on this side as to this side, it is because in the video I decided that I would do half of my face using all of the high-end products and the other half of my face using all the drugstore dupes. As you can see, the products that I chose were very similar. In this video I'm going to give you like the price and everything I think about the product, and then I'm going to say which one I prefer. But I decided to do this makeup thing incorporated in there as well, so that you guys could choose if you thought the other one looked better to the one I chose, so that you can have like the best judgment as to what one you want to buy. Below I will have linked a lot of the websites where I purchased some of these items, but yeah, go check out all of them because both the high-end products and the drugstore dupes were really just as good as each other. But yeah, you guys have heard me ramble on way too much and I need to try and save my voice. So let's get started. So I'm going to start off with primers, and I want to give you guys some different things. So a lot of people talk about the Benefit Professional and the Maybelline Baby Skin being a dupe, but because so many people do that, I want to make this video quite interesting for you. So I'm going to show you my dupes for the Benefit That Gal Primer. The Benefit That Gal Primer is a really illuminating facial primer, and I have two dupes for it. So in terms of the actual product, I'd say the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Fatigue Blur in Cool Rose is much more similar to the That Gal Primer, just because this is kind of pinky and this is pinky. This kind of brightens up your face quite naturally, and the consistency is a lot more similar to this. However, if you're looking for an even cheaper alternative to this, I would go with the TECHNIC Prime It, because look at the packaging. It's so similar but slightly different. It's white, this one, and it's a lot more glittery, so I'm not sure. Overall, I'd say that I definitely prefer the That Gal over all of them, but these are good if you're looking for cheaper alternatives. The Maybelline Baby Skins are $7.99, and you can find these in TK Maxx for around £2, and on their website it's around £4. However, this is £22.50. So as you can tell, it's a lot more expensive, and I completely understand that not many people would be willing to pay for this, but these are really good dupes. For BB cream, I just used my regular Maybelline Dream Fresh BB cream. I don't have a high-end alternative, so this is great. However, for concealer, I do have two dupes here. I have the NARS Creamy Concealer and the Collection Lasting Perfection. Oh my gosh, I hate this, okay? It's orange on me. I think it's just really peachy tone, but it comes out orange because I'm so fair. It's so like thick in consistency. So is this, but this is like a nice thick. This one just sort of flakes off and creases. I'm really not keen on this. I mean, it was £4.17, so I guess the price is good, but overall this one definitely wins. Again, this is $22.50, but the colour selection and range on this is so much better. When it comes to bronzer, I just used Benefit Hoola. I got this in duty free during the Easter holidays when I went on my trip to Ireland. I don't have a drugstore bronzer, but I have heard that the Bourjois chocolate bronzer is supposed to be really good. Moving on to blushes, I have some dupes for you. So the high-end version is called Mocha, and it's by MAC, and it is this absolutely gorgeous, nudish, plummy toned blusher. I mean, it's matte, it looks absolutely gorgeous. I love this, and I got it for £14 in duty free, but I believe that they are £18 in actual MAC stores. It literally took me forever to find a dupe of this, you guys, but then I finally found one in my Makeup Revolution Sugar and Spice blush palette. If you mix these two colours here, they don't have names, but these two colours here work really well to create a dupe for this. I will put swatches up on the screen now, but this is around £8 for the whole thing. I guess overall though, I do slightly prefer my MAC one, and I just feel like the MAC one works slightly better on my skin tone, but this palette is absolutely wonderful. I guess I'm just not that into pinks anymore, so I just find this one a lot nicer. When it comes to highlighter, I have two extremely similar products here. So the first one is of course the Benefit High Beam. This is super talked about all over YouTube. It is £19.50 though in the full size. I got mine in the Benefits Feeling Dandy set, so I've got a mini. But I think it's absolutely gorgeous. It's super thick. Oh, my voice is super thick in consistency compared to the dupe, which I'll talk about in a minute. But it gives such a gorgeous pearly shine, as you can see. It's super long lasting and catches the light so beautifully, and you don't need a lot of it. That's what I really like about it. However, I have a dupe here which is around £2 actually, and it is the TECHNIC Highlights. TECHNIC do amazing dupes for everything. The key difference in this is it's a lot more watery in consistency to the High Beam, but I have it on this side and I actually think it works just as well. So I think when swatched it looks a lot more glittery, but when actually on the face it looks so stunning and beautiful. So I'm really torn as to what one is better, and for that reason I literally can't decide, guys. I think they're both lovely. This one obviously wins on the price, I mean there's no doubt about that, but this one is just so thick in consistency and gorgeous and lasts a really long time, so I guess it's pretty equal. Eyebrows, of course, just use my City Colour palette. I love it. When thinking about eyeshadow, I didn't want to do the classic Naked 3 Makeup Revolution dupe. I wanted to go with something slightly different, so I've got a MAC eyeshadow here, which is in the shade Naked Lunch. It's just a really gorgeous sort of golden sheeny shade. Not that pigmented, I'm gonna have to admit, but I mean it was £13, so I guess the price is quite reasonable. The dupe I have for this is in the W7 Lightly Toasted palette, and this is actually a dupe for the Naked 1 by Urban Decay, but these are all the colours, and this colour here, which is the second one in, whoops, is such a good dupe for this. It's a lot more pink toned, I'd say, but I mean on my eyelids I don't think you guys can really see the difference too much. But yeah, they're both gorgeous. This was around £5 in TK Maxx, but £7 in Argos where I got it from. I'm just really torn. I just think that one looks so pretty and sparkly on the eye, but this one's a lot more natural for like an everyday wear. I'd wear this one more to parties, but I love this one a bit more, I think. I'm undecided, sorry guys, but you guys can judge for yourself as to what one you think would suit you better. Again, I wanted to do something slightly different for you, so I have two mascaras here. I know many people say that a dupe for Roller Lash is the Maybelline Lash Sensational. However, I don't know, I think Lash Sensational is just so much more volumizing and doesn't give like a fluttery effect as much as the Maybelline The Falsies. I got this discounted off of SM Beauty and it was around like £5 when usually it's around £8, and this was £19.50 like all Benefit mascaras. I'm just going to say I do prefer this one, I'm not going to lie, but the fact that I've included all of these dupes means that they are really good still, and they are really good at fulfilling the purpose of the high-end product. I don't know, I just find this one slightly nicer, more separating. I find the wand is a lot smaller, and because I'm really tiny as you can see, my eyes are super small, so the wand on this is just a bit too big for my eyes, I don't know, yeah. And now we are finally onto lips. So, I love these both so much. It is the infamous MAC Velvet Teddy and the W7 Lady Luck. And it's such an amazing dupe for MAC Velvet Teddy. As you probably know, MAC lipsticks are £15.50, but this is around £4. I'm really torn. I guess this one is better because Velvet Teddy, I think all MAC lipsticks do this really, they really settle into the creases of your lips and you can see that a lot more. However, this one, it's so much thicker that it really glides over them and creates a really seamless look on the lips. So this one is a lot better for that, and that's the W7 one. But I don't know, it's just so, it's just this one feels a lot more moisturising. This one is really a bit drying. I mean, I think right now it looks like I'm wearing one lipstick. I mean, sorry if you disagree with me, but in terms of colour, you know, shade, and the fact that they're both matte makes them extremely similar and absolutely wonderful dupes for each other. So yeah, I guess it's your choice now, guys. What one do you prefer? it for the video. I really super duper am so sorry that my voice is like an old grandma or like a crow. I think it's just like a mix between the two. It's just like but nonetheless, I hope you all enjoyed this video and found some good dupes that you might not have thought about before. With that said, I love you all to the moon and back. I will see you next week with a new video. Subscribe, like this video if you enjoyed it. Let's get to 400 likes and comment down below. I love you all. Bye.
Let it go, make my body go. Take our bodies higher and higher and higher. We can go.